1,900 calories a day for a 200-pound plus bodybuilder who's training multiple hours in the gym doing weights and cardio, it's just not enough. Coach Greg and Oliver Forslin is 3 weeks out from his first bodybuilding competition, and he's already down to only 1,900 calories a day. On top of that, he's doing an hour and 15 minutes of cardio, and he's starving all the time and has absolutely no energy. But that's what it takes to be a bodybuilder. Many people, they just underestimate just how hard it is to actually get up on stage. And so in today's video, we're going over a full day of eating from Oliver Forslin, gonna say what he should be doing, how to make it better, and stay tuned to find out.
I just woke up, literally rolled out of bed, picked up the camera, recorded this now, and we got fasted cardio 45 minutes, and then we got 30 minutes cardio after my workout.
And so Oliver starts his day by doing 45 to 50 minutes of cardio while fasted. He doesn't believe in eating first, and for me, that's fine. He's going at a very slow pace. He's going to burn about 400 to 500 calories in 45 to 50 minutes. However, if you don't have the energy and you don't feel good, it is much better to eat. And my personal opinion is that it's better to eat first, especially protein, as your body has up to 5 opportunities for muscle protein synthesis to occur. And so if you eat protein first thing in the morning, that is your first chance to build muscle. If you skip breakfast and do your fasted cardio, you have less of a chance to build muscle. And if you don't eat, you might not have the energy, and so you would be walking, jogging, cycling at a slower pace.
Here we have it. So we got 2 teaspoons apple cider vinegar, lemon, 2 packets stevia, and we're having this before my fasted cardio.
Now, despite being fasted, Oliver knows that you need to be hydrated, and so he's going to drink water, and he's no stranger to artificial sweeteners. He's adding to the water apple cider vinegar, lemon, and packs of sweetener.
Also, before my cardio, these are my favorite supplements when it comes to fasted cardio. Huge supplements have 2 different fat burners.
And to go with that, he's adding in a fat burner to give him the energy. Fat burners often have caffeine, stimulants, and other things to help lower your appetite. And so if you're doing fasted cardio and you're tired, you don't have a lot of energy, you add in a fat burner, certainly going to improve how you feel mentally, physically, allow you to go harder than last time.
All right, so I just finished my cardio, and now I'm gonna jump in the shower, and then we're gonna have my first meal of the day.
It's got to be a massive meal, right? He hasn't ate yet. It's past 10 o'clock in the morning. He still has to train. It's going to be a huge meal. Nope. He quite literally today is eating 2 cups of egg whites and 2 whole eggs. No carbs, just eggs. And on his other days, oftentimes instead of the whole eggs, he'll have half of an avocado. That's it. I'm not making this shit up. That is literally all he's going to eat. He just did 50 minutes of cardio. He's just eating eggs, no carbs. And he still has to train later in the day. 1,900 calories. Imagine the willpower, the mental strength, the fortitude you have to stay on such a strict diet.
I sprayed because I still do my egg whites in the microwave, so I usually spray it with some fat-free cooking spray.
And if you're trying to save time like Oliver, it's very easy. Just spray the pan for 1 second. It's only gonna add 10 calories and use the microwave. It's literally that simple. You don't need to dirty up the frying pan. So this is great tips. If you don't have time in the morning, just eat eggs, cook it in the microwave.
I'm gonna enjoy this breakfast. As you can tell, the yolk is very, very soft. Ooh, that looks so... Bro, I haven't had whole eggs in a while.
And you know a guy's on a strict diet when he's excited to just eat eggs. Oh, look at that. I get 2 whole eggs and 2 cups of egg whites. Most people will be like, but where's the bacon, the toast, the fruit? But for Oliver, just whole eggs is all he needs. But this is a sign of a guy that's been dieting for a long time. The longer you diet, the leaner you get, the better all your food tastes. Trust me, when I'm shredded, close to 5% body fat, everything tastes amazing. Salads taste like pizza because your body is craving food. It needs the calories. It's sending greater signals, more ghrelin, you're hungrier, and so everything tastes amazing. And in comparison, in the off season, if you're bulking, food doesn't taste so good. The thought of eating a salad when you're bulking, force feeding, it's not very appetizing.
For meal number 2, I have 200 grams of beef or 200 grams of salmon, put in the air fryer, and I put some lemon and stuff on it, with the veggies as well. As you can see, there's broccoli in there.
And Oliver says he needs to eat at least 3 meals a day before he can train, and looking at his diet, it's no wonder why. Meal 2, 200 grams of salmon, and handful of broccoli. Hardly any calories. Of course you need 3 meals. If every meal is a tiny snack of a bikini competitor, of course you're going to need to eat 3 meals. If he were to eat more carbs in his diet, he would have way more energy. He's trying to fuel his workout. He's going to the gym in a couple hours. Should be eating carbs. The carbs convert to glycogen in the muscle, give you energy to train. Why are we avoiding all the carbs in the morning? But I get it. Sometimes when you eat carbs, it triggers you to want to eat more. Oftentimes people get the taste of carbs and they can't put the fork down. They just want to keep eating. And so if that's what it takes to prevent him from being too hungry, then he's got to do it. But it's very difficult. This is not a large meal. Oliver is over 200 pounds of muscle, and look at the meal sizes of the foods that he's eating. Would you be full on that? Could you handle this diet? And so my personal opinion is people need to diet sooner. They need to not gain as much weight in the off season. If you bulk up too much or you start your diet too late, what happens is inevitably you're going to have to drastically cut calories. A guy over 200 pounds should never need to eat under 2,000 calories to get in shape while doing over an hour of cardio every single day.
200 grams of salmon. We got about like 100 grams of broccoli, I'd say. We got Diet Pepsi because I crave some sugar.
And notice, to go along with that meal, Diet Pepsi. Why? Because he's craving sugar. And so by having 0-calorie, non-nutritive sweeteners, it allows him to have that sweet taste without the extra calories. And so my advice to you, if you're trying to lose weight, feel free to drink the diet sodas, the Mios, the diet Kool-Aids, and so on. Non-nutritive sweetened beverages, they are something that you should be allowed to have on your diet.
I don't know, I'm a steak guy, you know, so I like my beef and steak. Obviously, it would be better with some carbs in here, but that's just how it is right now. We're getting closer and closer.
Well, frankly, you could have carbs in here. You could quite literally have had less protein for breakfast. You don't need 2 cups of egg whites and 2 whole eggs. You could add some carbs. Carbs have a protein-sparing effect. When you eat more carbs, less of the protein gets converted to energy. If all you're eating is protein, a lot of protein is going to be used for energy. And so why do that? Better to have a balance of macronutrients from all 4 food groups, and that will have a much more sustainable diet that gives you energy.
I just passed out for like an hour or so. But in between my meal 2 and my meal 3, I get 10 almonds.
And so after eating, Oliver had no energy, fell asleep for an hour, and wakes up and gets to have his snack. And it's such an amazing snack. It's 10 whole almonds. 10. 70 calories. And so does that sound like enough food for you? Would that be enough to satisfy your taste buds? Since when is 10 enough? I don't know anyone who just eats 10 almonds as a snack. Why not just eat that snack as part of meal 2? Why are we separating it every hour? You don't need to eat 6, 7, 8 times a day. There's no research out there to support that you need to eat more than 5 meals a day. And so if you're the type of person that's having struggles with your diet, you're trying to eat every 2 hours, but you find it hard to put the fork down, my suggestion, eat fewer meals. The majority of people that I coach eat 3 to 5 times a day. That seems to be the best place to be, the easiest to maintain and stick to your diet.
So we have got 200 grams of sweet potato, 200 grams of white fish, and 100 grams of broccoli. I'm gonna throw this in here.
And meal number 3 or 4, depending on how you look at a snack, it's 200 grams of sweet potato, 200 grams of white fish, and some broccoli. And he adds to that a sugar-free ketchup to make it taste good. It's very important for your food to taste good. If he said, oh, I can't have any sauces, no diet pops, what are the chances he's going to stick to his diet? It's already extremely difficult. Sometimes he wants to quit. He doesn't have great days all the time. It's hard to push through his training. He would want to eat a burger, but he knows he can't. He doesn't want to complain. It's part of the process, but it's hard. And so if you can make your diet taste better without adding a bunch of calories, then please do so. It's all about having a realistic and sustainable diet for you.
Gonna head to the gym now. Like I said, I'm extremely tired today. So what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna take my pre-workout before we even like get into the car.
And up next, it's pre-workout time. He's gonna have 2 scoops. That gives him the energy and allows him to train harder than last time, as when you're low on calories, it's very hard to have energy to train.
It's actually so good as well if you blend it up with water. I used to dry scoop.
And so why would anyone take a pre-workout which has caffeine and other stimulants, which also causes you to get more dehydrated, and avoid the water? The water is paramount. Even if you don't have a pre-workout, you should have a pre-workout water drink. Water is required. It's essential. It's one of the most underrated performance enhancers in the world. You get even 2% dehydrated, you have a huge drop in cardiovascular endurance.
Whew, there we go. Just got to the gym. Finishing up this.
And I'm not sure if this is relevant or it's just me, but I like to drink my pre-workout minimum 30 minutes before I go to the gym. I want it fully kicked in as soon as I walk into that gym. When I drink the pre-workout, I'm walking around. Sometimes I don't have a lot of energy. Perhaps I'm not that motivated. But once I feel it kicking in and I feel the energy, I can't wait to go to the gym. And so I'm not a guy to get into the gym, shake it up and drink it and then get on the machine. I want to have it before I leave the house.
You're gonna have days where you don't feel as good. You're gonna have days where you feel amazing. And it's all about like the consistency.
And Oliver is right. When you're on a diet, you're not always going to have good days. In fact, the closer you get to the show, the more bad days you're going to have. You simply have to push through it. It's not a sport where you're going to just feel good and normal. It's probably the most challenging sport I've ever done. It's very difficult. You have to train hard almost every single day while not eating enough calories. Other sports, they're hard, of course, but you're allowed to eat.
Just finished my 25-minute cardio session. Dude, I'm so excited for this protein shake right now. Literally my favorite meal.
And so he just finished his entire training session plus 25 minutes, and he can't wait for his next meal. It's a scoop and a half of protein in a shaker cup. Really, he's that excited. But remember, when you're on 1900 calories a day, every one of those calories, it tastes amazing. Everything tastes good. And so despite the fact it's some kind of a vegan protein thing, he's acting like it's a game changer, that it's amazing. He probably isn't. Probably not going to drink in the off season. But for now, it's good for him.
I'm gonna sip on this, then we're gonna head back home, have my actual real post-workout meal, and yeah, I'll see you guys at home.
Now, my advice, you don't need to have a shake right after the gym. There is no anabolic window. If you've eaten before going to the gym, you had a pre-workout meal, there's no need to rush in a protein shake. This is the thought process, the mindset of athletes 20 years ago. We used to think this until we were proven wrong. Don't need to have a post-workout shake. And so Oliver could simply finish his workout, go home, have a shake at that time or food, and be perfectly fine. But when you're starving to this point and hardly eating at any one of those meals, you have to eat more often. And so what's happening is Oliver is under eating at every single meal, and so he can't wait till his next meal. He could literally change things up, eat more before the workout, not have to have a protein shake after the gym, and probably have a much better workout. Think of it. If he ate more of his calories before the gym, would he not have more energy to train hard at the gym? In comparison, if he's eating more of his calories after the gym, then what is the point? You've already done all the hard training. You're just gonna go to bed.
Because I have 2 carb meals every day, and one of them is pre-workout, one of them post-workout. That's why I try to keep my post-workout meal as close to my workout as possible.
And so he just got back from the gym. It's already time for another meal. I mean, he just had a 110 calorie shake thing. It's hardly anything, not really a meal. And so he's about to have his carb meal. His carb meal consists of 200 grams of whitefish, 150 grams of sweet potato, and a little bit of broccoli. That to me is a low carb meal. That is hardly any carbs. It's not a carb meal. Perhaps for a bikini competitor, 110 pound female, but for a 200 plus pound bodybuilder, that is a starvation diet if I ever saw one.
This is my second carb meal of the day.
I like how he calls it a carb meal, yet he shows the macros, 50 grams of protein, 43 grams of carbs. It's a protein meal. There's literally more grams of protein than there are grams of carbs.
All right, people, the day has come to an end, and we're about to smash down my last meal of the day.
And it's almost time for bed. It's the 6th and final meal of the day. 220 grams of white fish and 150 grams of green vegetables. Hardly any calories, under 300. Think of it, this is a starvation diet. The guy is training hard with weights and doing fasted cardio in the morning as well as cardio after lifting weights. And he's still got 3 weeks to go. I suspect that he will lose muscle leading into the show and or not to build the muscle that he could have had. When you're cutting calories too low, how are you going to build muscle? 1,900 calories a day for a 200-pound plus bodybuilder who's training multiple hours in the gym doing weights and cardio, it's just not enough.
But today was definitely the hardest day of prep so far because my energy levels were just so low. And tomorrow's gonna be even lower on the calories.
And to top it off, tomorrow it's lower in calories. And so this isn't even his lowest calorie day. This is average amount of calories. Tomorrow it's lower than 1,900. And so how do you think he's gonna feel? Probably not very good. And so please remember, people, if you bulk up too hard in the off season or don't diet long enough, you have to play catch up. You end up having to starve yourself, have no energy, but that's often what it takes to be a bodybuilder.
I guess that's about it. This is what I eat in a day currently to get to like 6% body fat.
And how lean is he? He says he's at about 6% body fat. I do believe he's closer to 7 plus. He's got a ways to go. He says, I'm not lean enough. Although I'm lean, I'm not lean enough. I'm not stage ready. And that is 100% true. If he wants to win the competition, be one of the leanest guys on stage, he has to do this. He's got 3 weeks. He could probably drop about 1% body fat a week on a diet as strict as this. And so I do expect that come showtime, he will be shredded, but he has to do this for 3 weeks to get mind-blowing shredded, stage ready, win the bodybuilding competition.
I've been lacking a lot on the YouTube because I just been so low on energy and stuff, and I'm recording everything myself with a tripod, so it's pretty difficult.
And so although he's shredded, looks amazing, and he would rather show more videos, it's simply too hard. He's doing his best. Hopefully we see more from Oliver. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Don't forget, harder than last time supplements. You can get those. Click the link in the description, as well as cookbooks, training books, the Circle Diet book, coaching plans by me and my team. Watch the bloops and subscribe and click the bell button. Comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I am out.